Hey guys, what's up? Apollo's back. And listen, tonight's show is cancelled, guys. A lot of stuff going on, and we're not able to bring you the show tonight, but we will be back on Sunday with a full panel, and then we'll do a news and review for the week, as we always normally do. But I just really want to talk about where we are at the moment with Gabriel. From what we know, it probably may have already happened. We have heard in the media, though, that Napoli have offered him more wages. So that might be a reason for him to actually stop and think, hold on, do I really want to make this amount of money at Napoli, or do I really want to make this amount of money at Arsenal? But I do and have explained to you guys about terms of contracts. And at the moment, Napoli's deal is only a 4-year option. Arsenal's deal is for 5 years. So in monetary terms, Arsenal's deal is actually more guaranteed money. And it's better for the club as well, because there'll be no running down your contract. He's 22 right now. Offering him a contract until he's 27 is actually a fair deal. There's a lot of players are looking for long contracts because they want to be where a team needs them and where they feel that they belong. So we're not going to hear anything out of that until the player makes an official statement. So let's just hold tight on that one, guys, and see where we are. But I am expecting, from what I'm hearing, for it to be announced within the next 7 days, with Arsenal and a photo shoot and everything else. He's back from holiday in a couple of days. Another person who's back from holiday in a few days is Dani Ceballos. Now, Dani Ceballos, with him coming back on Friday, means that he'll be able to then talk to Real Madrid about what he wants to do, and then they'll speak to him about what they actually want him to do in terms of their plans. Look, guys, I'm going to be straightforward with you like I always am. I don't think that this is a great idea for various reasons. I'll give them to you. Number one is, I like the production you're getting from him, but the end product at the moment isn't there. He's not that much of a polished player yet. He will be. I have no doubts that if he stays at Arsenal's, Arteta will develop him into a fantastic player, and you'll be able to see more chances created, more assists, more goals. I think that part of his game in the system will be very, very much polished. But the sticking point for me, the second point really, is the fee. I wasn't a big fan of the 12 million euros that was paid last season, and I'm not a big fan. I'm even less of a fan now than I am to pay that money for a second year. That's 24 million euros that would have been paid for a 2-year loan, guys. Yeah? Let's understand. Let's bring that back a little bit. We paid 22 million for Torreira. So can you imagine paying 24 million for a player for 2 years and he ain't even your player? Man don't even belong to you. As soon as the season done, man said, yeah, I'm out, later, I'm gone. Yeah? I don't think that's smart business. And I've got one option that I would add to that if it was to happen, and that would be Arsenal would only take him with a loan to buy deal. So yes, they paid the 12 million euros. He plays this season, but at the end of this season, the player and Arsenal have an option to buy. And that option to buy, obviously, is the 12 million loan is deferred off that cost, so that Arsenal won't be throwing silly money away. I think his evaluation is 35 million. I get it. Look, he's 23 years old, very, very good talent. And if Real Madrid want him and keep him, they're going to want to keep him. But at the moment, right now, we know how difficult it is to offload players. So it's not just, we're talking about this summer transfer is going to be very divided in terms of no one's got any money to spend, and we're talking about spare money because we're going to be having so much cash drag back. For Arsenal, it's walking into losses of 144 million without gate money and concessions and all of that stuff. Then there's the TV rebate, which happened at the end of last season. If that goes into full effect next season, that's going to be even more of a hiccup for the teams, because money that you have already added towards your books has to come off. Yeah. And the sponsorships, I think the sponsorships will stay. They didn't really touch anything last season, and I don't think they'll have a problem this season. But the amount of money that the teams are not going to earn is going to be considerable. And that's the reason why we're not going to see much activity in the market right now. I made a statement of all these teams wanting to get rid of players and offload players. There's no clubs around with money to buy them, even the dibby players. So take, for instance, one of the things coming out of Napoli at the moment is they're trying to offload Koulibaly. And if that happens, then they'll pay more money to Gabriel or offer him more money, which they can't because the offer's already been agreed. It's the personal terms now that is the issue. As far as Lille goes and their chairman, the deal's already done. They've had 2 offers from Napoli and Arsenal. They've accepted. The player now is free to go and negotiate the deals. The only team that he has finalised negotiations with is Arsenal, which is why I said it's happened this week. Napoli know that they're in a losing position, which is why today we've heard that they've offered him more of a salary. So Napoli are behind in this race. But where this adds is to the fact that now they're interested in Socrates. Now that means they know they've lost the fight for Gabriel. It also means that they probably know they've lost the fight for Koulibaly and he will go to Man City. So Socrates now, they've been talking about a €6 million fee to Arsenal in order to facilitate that deal. So that looks like that's going to go through as a real back-ended deal to just help them float where they need to float at that position this season. But guys, I want to talk about something quite dear to my heart, and I want to talk about something we covered on the channel earlier on, and it's about Tashan, guys, that was killed at Hillingdon. He was stabbed. His friend Leon has been actually uploaded a YouTube video with the BBC covering the court case that happened with the Old Bailey, and I'll leave that in the description below so you guys can find it firsthand. And for me, guys, my heart goes out to the family, because you never want to go out and see your children have fun, have entertainment, and go and enjoy themselves, and then something like that to happen. Both of the guys were found guilty, one at manslaughter and one first-degree murder, and no parent wants to be at the back end of this. That happens. And listen, from everybody at Arsenal 101, our hearts go out to you. You're in our prayers. And we're just hoping and glad really that justice has been done. And I know it's not enough to comfort you in any word of the sense. And with that, I hope that they get punished and other people will see from that and change the way that they live. But that's all I can really say on the matter, guys. Just be diligent and be careful, stick together, and you know, hopefully we'll be able to stop these things from happening now in the fan base. Guys, what we're looking at now, guys, is George Lewis, the young kid who's come from the Norwegian league. Actually was born in Rwanda. You couldn't make this up, could you? This Rwanda thing is winding me up big time. But this guy has been on trial at Arsenal for the under-23s, and what they see they like. And first of all, before you guys start turning up your nose about this team last season, over the last year, have had a record of bringing guys like Guendouzi through, Martinelli. They've Willock, Saka, Smith Rowe's going to get his chance. So we've seen a plethora of players that have come through into the first team and produced the goods. Listen, Eddie Nketiah came back from his loan at Leeds. Arteta took one look at him and said, boy, this dear boy ain't going nowhere. He's staying here. So if they've seen that with this guy, George Lewis, 19 years old, he'll be 20 soon. He's got pace to burn. He's got plenty of tricks, crossovers on his legs and everything. He leaves people for dead. From the footage I've seen, he looks a lot like Saka, to be honest, but he's just faster. And if the team think that they can do something with him, then so be it. I've got no problem with them trying to pull the trigger on this deal. For me, guys, when you're 17, 18, 19, that's where teams take a chance on you. When you're 19, 20, 21, 22, that's where teams want to see the production. So he's at the stage now of his career at 20 years old where they want to play him and see production. Yeah, that's what they did with Eddie Nketiah. They saw it with Nketiah, and Nketiah's talent speaks volumes, and he'll be a part of the Arsenal team hopefully for years to come. But with this guy, that's what he has to go and show and prove now, just like all the rest of them, because when you get to that age of 22, 23 and you don't cut it, then the Iwobi treatment is going to be in full effect. And that's going to be where, you know, we tried, we helped you, we supported you, and it didn't work out, so we're selling you. We know how tough it is to go out there and buy players, but it's even more key now to develop your own talent. So I'm all for this deal. If they think it's the right thing to do, it's the right thing to do. And look, Arteta has got more of reins and more of a decision maker as a manager now, not a head coach. So if he thinks it's the right thing to do, making the decisions that he has made, I trust him. Yeah, my manager, I trust him. So guys, that's it for me. That's the update for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you guys soon, man. Peace out. Right back at you.